Welcome back to this Guild Wars Let's Play. You're Sambo, Seraphis heals a lot, and joining me as always is the, my god, what the hell are you wearing? Regina J. Lacerda. Good evening to you, my love. Oh, look at that. How did you get that lifelike likeness of yourself in the game? That's amazing.
Oh, you. Thank you. Hello, Sambo. So lovely to be joining you this evening. Can't even be nice to me in the intro. Seriously. This is the mask that I've got from the 10th New Year's Festival Dragon, Year of the Dragon. New Year's.
Hang on. So if we logged into an event and once again I'm completely clueless and have absolutely no idea what's going on?
Absolutely oblivious.
Yeah, there we go. Oh my lord, what is... Oh, okay, that is a new one. Look at that. She's not only looking like a fiery dragon, but she's emanating... What was that? That's not one of your... Oh god, here we go. Hang on. Would you like us to just, what about we go for a wander? And you can go through all of your accessories that are in, or your props that are in your bags.
Well, I'm just demonstrating that part of what you get throughout the game, there's, of course, there's, with all festivals, there tends to be a finale, and with the finale, you get red bags if you're in the successful district, and these blue sugar drinks are part of the potential drops from these red bags, and so
and that's what that was, right? And that's why
spam about 20 of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, knowing you've already collected 100 billion of them, so that's why we've never seen it before, because they're from the festival.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably around in other places, but I haven't seen them before. They're sugary blue drink, but something that is around just for this festival, which you will not see afterwards.
Yeah. Oh my lord, wait a minute. Is that... Hang on, I'm just going to go have a look-see at that. That's not a celestial dragon, is it?
That is a celestial dragon mini pet.
You are kidding me. I thought they were really rare.
They are. There's only a chance of approximately 1 in 200 to get one. So
hang on a minute, folks. And look at that, our poor guests are standing in the wings there. We'll be with you in just 1 second, because first I have to get my jaw off the ground. No, okay, so you've got one. How can you... Okay, I'm lost for words here. Are you trading me another one? Are you saying you've got 2? That can't be right. I
have 2 currently in my inventory.
How?
Now, I can't actually take credit for it, though. I have to say a very special thank you to Arthur, and I'm going to say it wrong.
Is it Arthur Agapolis? Agapolis.
Agapius.
Agapius. That's the one. We're terrible. What? Did he give you one?
Very special shout out. He gave me 2. Because he was chatting to me with my battle. I opened over 300 of the special tokens to try and get one. And as I said, there's a chance of 1 in 200. So the chance was not on my side.
No.
And he was with me with this journey, and he's like, he had one from quite early on, and he said, look, I actually have just traded a heap of tokens and by chance got another 2.
Wow.
And he wanted us to have them.
That is amazing. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to submit my offer and accept that. That is unbelievable because, folks, as you know, yes, Reggie's absolutely correct. It is the New Year Festival, if you like, and of course it's Year of the Dragon. And Reggie was telling me throughout the week what a low chance it is to get these. And in fact, before I go on, because there's something else, I've got another little story about that, I'm going to put poor old Miss Kaphween out of his misery here. Good evening to you, fine sir, and thank you for your patience standing there. There he is, cheering away. How are you today?
Well, hello, Sambo. I am doing fabulous.
Oh, you're looking
wonderful to be here.
You're looking fabulous as always. Look, can you believe this, mate? I mean, hang on, let's ask you, do you have a celestial? Oh, you've got some props as well. You've been hanging around Reggie for far too long. She's wearing off on you. Do you have any celestial dragons? Surely not.
I am not as fortunate as Reggie, sadly. But
no,
I will get one day.
You will get one day. Well, look, I'm just gonna rub salt in your wound here. I'm very sorry, but there we go.
Well, I think you've only got till noon Pacific time tomorrow to get one.
Wow.
Or
It
noon
hurts
Pacific time today.
poor Miss Kaphween's hurt there.
Or by the time this recording comes out, you've only got until about 2 weeks ago to get it.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're probably a bit late on that one.
I need it by yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, look, that's amazing because, look, actually, this is a good one for you, Miss Kaphween. We'll test your Guild Wars community knowledge here. Do you know what the name of the main Guild Wars community manager is? Now, I'll give you a couple of clues. One, she's a woman, and two, she's got a very familiar coincidental name as well. Have you ever heard of this woman? And if so, do you know who it is and what her name is?
You've actually put me on the wrong spot because I don't know. I am a Guild Wars noob in many facets.
Well, in that respect, welcome to the club, by the way. But no, look, it just so happens that I used to be very active in the Guild Wars community back in the day. They don't actually have their own official forums, but they do have a community manager. Well, they've got a few actually, but their lead community manager and the woman that posts on the fan site forums. There's a couple of fan sites that are sort of turned into the main Guild Wars forums, if you like. Her name, and I follow her on Twitter, and I'll put her Twitter link in the description below this video, by the way, folks, is, get this, her name is Regina. How funny is that? In real life, her actual name is Regina. Now, I know a lot of people have been dying to ask this. Reggie, you didn't name yourself after Regina B, did you?
No, my name is Regina because I'm Regina. I am Regina.
Exactly. I mean, look, I've known you for years and years and years, and you are Reggie, but everyone asks that. It's quite funny. People whisper me and say, oh, is she a fan of Reggie B? And I'm like, no, that's Reggie.
Wow.
Yeah, so there you go. Anyway, the point to my story, folks, is that she tweeted today, and while everybody was watching Super Bowl, and by the way, it was Super Bowl in the US, as you probably all know too well there, Miss Kaphween. And you know what? She was one of the only ones who wasn't tweeting. I
do know that.
Oh, you what? You call yourself an American? What? No, I'm just joking. No,
I said I do know that.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay. I thought you said you don't. Gee, you're lucky.
Is Super Bowl different from a normal bowl?
Reggie.
It's bigger.
We're going to have a chat about that offline, I think, Reggie. Anyway, she was tweeting about non-Super Bowl related stuff today, so her tweets kind of stuck out like a sore thumb. But how's this, Reggie? She is employed by ArenaNet. She is the community manager, and she's been there for absolute years. She said, I'm going to go celestial dragon farming today. Now, about 6 hours later, there was another tweet from her, and it was that was disappointing. I didn't get one. And,
I've been...
Oh.
And you get given two.
I've been farming on and off since this time last night. I mean... yeah.
But somehow that doesn't
opened
seem
over 300 tokens.
Wow, look, I certainly think that you still deserve one, Reggie, for all that hard work. But I think it's ironic that the other Reggie, who actually works for ArenaNet, was unlucky. I mean, she could probably type in some code and get one for herself, but she did it the hard way. So there you go, folks. Look at that. What a special treat of a way to start off an episode. Not only do we have a couple of celestial dragons, but of course, Reggie's got her mask there. And by the way, can you remind us, Reggie, how you do get that mask again? Just in case... Because, I mean, it's the same method, isn't it?
Part of the finale. You have there are chefs in the major outpost, and each chef is asking for different ingredients, and so that is the mini game within it. So you take the ingredients to the chefs, and if the dish that they are preparing is completed, the celestial dragon is happy, and I think even if the celestial dragon's not happy, you still get the mask. But if he is happy, you get the mask and the bags and a crate of fireworks and celestial summoning stones.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a nice booty. And by the way, that's an awesome looking mask. I'm pretty sure we zoomed in right in close to it here. Correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Kaphween. I think the masks are different every year, or do they recycle them? Do you know?
Sambo, I don't even have the factions expansion.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go. Hang on. How about this then? Why don't we? Let's give them a guess, shall we, Reggie? And Reggie can tell you if you're right. Do you reckon they do recycle the masks, or that they're unique each year? What's your gut feel?
I would say that they're unique each year.
Reggie, is he right or is he wrong?
They do have new masks. Yes.
Oh, well done. Well done, Miss Kaphween. You just earned yourself 11 internet points. That's 10 for getting it right and 1 for dipping your toe in the water there and being brave. Well done. Look, that is an awesome looking mask, Reggie. And of course, as usual, I'm probably going to miss out because I'm terrible. Now, before we go any further, folks, too, I do want to introduce the person on my character's left here. Right at the end of our group here, we've got Anatole Lifebrand. Now, Reggie, I think you know Anatole Lifebrand in game. I do believe this is one of our viewers and their character. Is that right?
It is indeed.
Oh, hello.
This is he was with us for the 50th episode. We know him as Kale Ironfist.
Oh, Kale Ironfist. I know that name from the YouTube channel, indeed. Well, a big hello to you on your character here of Anatole, and that's a fine-looking character you've got as well. If we click on it, you can see he's a monk mesmer, which, by the way, is a fantastic class choice. You know, I hear that all of the elite players in Guild Wars have a monk mesmer, and oh, look at that. I think I'm a monk mesmer as well. Let me check in my skills list here. Oh, well, look at that. I am. Well, that's true. So, well done, Anatole. You've clearly joined the elite club here, unlike these other two sort of riffraff here. So, well done to you. And do let us know in the comments below, by the way, if you're watching this video, how far through the game you've got, because you look like you've got a bit of experience under your belt there. Reggie, I don't recognise that monk outfit, do you? I think it's from lands far away from here.
Yeah, I think you're yet to get there. Might even have to put an if you manage to get there.
Thanks for the vote of confidence in me. Oh dear. Well, look, anyhow, it's always nice when we do meet up with our viewers online. You know the drill, guys. You don't have to be a subscriber. You don't have to do anything at all. You just have to hop on, add us to your friends list, and of course, if you see us online, come and say g'day, and we'd love to have you in an intro. But as for the meat of this week's episode, let's have a look in our quest log. Now, Reggie, I remember with our special guest Arthur last week, we were here in the Bergen Hot Springs, which of course is where we are right now, folks. You might remember that if we have a look on our map. There we go. We're right thick in the middle of it here to the west of the northern Kreiter province, and we've got ourselves an objective because we only got halfway through last time. You can see we have to head here and obtain a written testimony from someone called Daniel Smythe. Now, Miss Kaphween, before we started filming, you were saying that you've already done all these quests and that we have to get more than a couple of these written testimonies. Is that right? We have to go on a bit of a treasure hunt for them.
Well, yes. There's, I believe, 4 people in this Bergen Hot Springs area that have something to say about this quest, and so you go to each one of them in turn, and they tell you what they know.
Okay, all right. So that's why this, because I thought it was weird, Reggie. We did it last week. We handed in the testimony, and then another one popped up. I'm thinking, maybe it bugged out or something. It took me like half a minute to realise that it's actually another one. So there you go. All right. Well, I think Miss Kaphween, if you've done this before, you can lead the way. I mean, you lead, we shall follow. We'll say goodbye to Anatole here. Give him a wave. Here we go. Once again, Anatole, thanks very much for your support. We very much appreciate it. Good to see you in game. And in fact, it'd be nice if you'd like to come along and join us in a mission or a quest in another episode too. So there you go. Never discount that. Oh, okay. I can see. Wow, that was good. I can see our man right up here. Here we go. Yeah, let's click on him, see what he's got to say. I didn't see anything. I don't know anything. Oh, it sounds like Reggie. What do you want from me? All right. Who sent you? I've already told Caleb that I didn't see anything or anyone. Why don't you ask that Ascalon woman if she saw anything? Because I didn't see anyone, and definitely not... Oh, gosh, he's being overly defensive, if you ask me. I'm not sure I believe him. Let's have a look at our quest log.
Yeah, methinks he doth protest too much.
Yes, exactly right. Go to the hot springs and obtain
a testimony. Brute.
Oh, yes. Penelope. Oh, hello, Penelope. Well, let's see what she's got to say.
Oh, hello.
I'm not afraid of these white mantle thugs. I like the white mantle, by the way, although I only like them because of their outfit. Anyway, that's what they are, if you ask me. Oh, so she thinks they're thugs. Nothing more than a pack of thugs? All right, do you need something? Okay, so she can tell a story there. I'm not going to read through it all, but basically she's saying that she heard the lion guard were found dead. I knew it had to be the mantle. So she's blaming the white mantle on killing the lion guard there. Let's have a look at our quest, and we've got to go to Bergen Hot Springs, which of course we're already here. Obtain a written testimony from layman Joseph. I'm guessing, guys, that he's here as well. On the inside, we're going to have to go out.
Yep, he's over here.
Ah, there we go. All right. Let's have a chat to this guy who looks surprisingly like the other guy, Daniel Smythe. But anyway, it must be his twin brother. Never mind. If you want to make yourself useful, you should go apprehend that band of murderers who call themselves the Shining Blade. Oh, it's the Shining Blade. All right, and of course, you Guild Wars vets will know all about these guys. Is there something else you need? No. Those Shining Blade murderers just cut them down without thinking twice about it, and that's the truth. Let's have a look at our log. Return the written testimonies to Inspector Caleb in Nebo Village. Now, Reggie, if I remember correctly, that's not actually somewhere we can travel, is it? I think we're going to actually have to go out into the wild. Is that right?
Yeah, I think we're actually going to have to do some hard work to hand this one in.
Oh God. Well, at least we've got a real player with us. No, at least we've got you with us. The fate of our mission rests on your shoulders, Miss Kaphween. You know, no pressure. No pressure or anything. So if we fail, it's your fault.
My thin blue shoulders.
Yeah. You are looking very blue. Very nice. Unlike us with our pink flying pigs. Oh my lord, what is that, woman? That is incredible.
This is using one of the celestial summoning stones. I thought I'd bring out a creature for us to give us a bit of hand. This is a celestial horse.
Wow. You know what? No matter how much...
See, I've got my pet Sambo.
Yeah, hang on, folks. Let's have a look. Where is the pet Sambo? There it is. Look at that. There he is, pet Sambo. Look at him whacking those enemies with his beak there. Good on you, Sambo. That's the spirit. Just like your namesake.
Yeah, show him how it's really done.
Oh, okay. Or that. But look, you know what? We give Reggie shtick all the time, but I must admit, that is an amazing looking pet. In fact, you always bring out some amazing... Well, when I say pet, I mean the summoning stones there. A celestial steed. Now, here's a quiz for you two, Miss Kaphween and Regina. This will test your knowledge of other MMOs. There is another MMO that has a purchasable... And when I say purchasable, I mean you buy it with real world money. A purchasable mount called a Celestial Steed. Can you guess the name of the game?
It would have to be World of Warcraft.
Well, what do you think, Miss Kaphween?
I'm going to say it's Knights of the Old Republic. To be different.
Yeah, there you go. It's a good guess, actually, because, of course, I am playing that at the moment. Thoroughly enjoying it. Sadly for you, Miss Kaphween, Reggie was right. It is indeed a purchasable mount in World of Warcraft. Now, the funny thing is...
I actually have no idea, but I just guessed that because you're like, World of Warcraft. Yeah, World of Warcraft. Oh, that's right, I'm playing Guild Wars, but I still forget how to control myself.
Okay, I deserve everything I get because I'm so nasty to her. But look, the funny thing about this steed is that actually all the World of Warcraft players, well, the hardcore, in inverted quotes, the hardcore players in WoW don't like it because they're like, it's buying stuff in the game and it's buying to win and blah, 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 which of course it's not. It's just a mount like any other mount. But the funny thing is, they hate it so much in World of Warcraft that they call it the Sparkle Pony as a insult. So, the Sparkle Pony. So, we're going to, I think we should call this one the Sparkle Pony, just to keep things in line.
My little pony, I love my little pony.
By the way, how amazingly popular is My Little Pony these days? I mean, I can't believe it. I remember it back in the day, but it's like it's got a resurgence. Have you noticed that, Miss Kaphween? Have you noticed everything's all cool now that if you're My Little Pony or if you're a brony? Heard of that one?
I have seen that around, and it seems to be making a resurgence in pop culture, and it's the weirdest thing.
I know. It's almost like flares coming back or something like that. What about you, Reggie? Have you got...
Miss Kaphween, your little Hazel will not be up to the My Little Pony stage.
Oh, yeah. Good point. You might get to miss out on it. It might be
not for a while.
Well, it might be out of fashion by the time
However, if you happen to be around little girls who are 2 and 3... my boy.
So are you saying that it's already... Your house has been infected with ponyism? Is that what you're saying?
There may be 1 or 2,000.
Yes, I do remember those days. Well, there you go. You can relate your Sparkle Pony to My Little Pony. There you go. You can't escape it, Reggie. It's everywhere you go.
Ooh,
but
gold drop.
Oh, what? You're kidding. Oh, look at this. A jeweled chalice. Very nice. Very nice indeed. You know what, folks? That's one thing...
Identify it, and that'll go towards my identification title.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting about that. God. Do you know one thing I do miss in this game? And this is just, yes, it is in WoW, but it's in every other MMO as well, is notice that you might see in the chat there, if you can read it on the YouTube video, that the chat log has the yellow text in it there, and that actually says Jeweled Chalice. Now, if this was in any other game, and I'm sure Miss Kaphween, you'll have seen this in other games as well, you can actually normally click on that. It's actually a hyperlink, and what it will do is bring up the stats so that everyone, and there's a chest by the way, that everyone in the party can actually inspect that and see what the stats are. I do wish that Guild Wars had this. Have you played any other games that have that in it, Miss Kaphween?
Let me think.
Like if you've played any of the mainstream...
I don't play much other games.
Oh, actually, you know what? That leads on to a question that I can't remember if we've asked you in the past. But yeah, what is your actual MMO history? Because obviously right now you're consumed with Guild Wars, and I dare say, as Reggie said, with the addition, the new member to your family, that you don't have time for much more than the odd 1 or 2 game. But what were you playing in terms of MMOs prior to Guild Wars? Was there an MMO in your past, or is this the first one?
Does Minecraft count as an MMO?
Oh! Now, Reggie, how funny is that? Because we asked this question, I think, didn't we, to Arthur? Yeah, I think so, and he said the same thing as well. Gosh, so you've been infected with Minecraft. How many hours do you reckon you've put into that, Miss Kaphween?
Well, fortunately, it's less now, but back in the alpha and beta days, I was on that thing probably every day, at least 1 to 2 hours a day, probably.
Yeah, look, I was a bit the same too back in the early original beta, so I know what it's like. Now let's quickly have a chat.
Back in my day.
Actually, that was a good 2.5 years ago, I think, or two years ago, something like that. Anyway, Inspector Caleb says, it shames me to think of what has become of the Line Guard. Do you need my help with something? You're back. I have been replaced as the investigator on this matter. You should speak with Inquisitor Gilead. He's in charge now. And I'll be on my way. Alright, so that's this guy right next door. And there we go. We hand in this quest, folks. We get ourselves 500 XP in Illusion of Weakness, which is a skill here. Now, this is a Mesmer skill, so I'm going to equip that later. And I've also got myself a Priest skill. Now, I'd like to hear what the other guys got. But before we do, guys, I need your advice here. I've obviously run out of slots. I've only got 8, like you. I've got a skill here called Mend Ailment. And what this does is... Yeah, it's a low cost, by the way, and it's got a short recharge time, a low cooldown. That's good. It removes 1 condition. This is where I don't understand. It says it removes 1 condition, and that can be either poison, disease, blindness, dazed, bleeding, crippled, etc., etc. All of the conditions. It can remove 1 of those from a target, ally, and for each remaining condition, that ally is healed for 5 health. So I'm taking that as if you have 3 hexes on you, and I remove 1, you'll get healed for 10 because there's 2 left. Now, I actually already have a thing called Purge Conditions that's on my hotbar, and it removes all of them. So what do you guys think's better? And I'll ask you, Reggie, first. The new one, which removes 1 but heals 5 for all of the ones that are left, or the current one I've got, which just gets rid of them all but no heals. What do you think?
Look, I personally would actually stick with the one you've got, just because, though, yes, you have that healing points that happen, by the time the spell cools down and you have enough energy to recast, how much health has been taken off by the remaining hexes?
Wow. You know what? Sometimes you surprise the heck out of me. I wouldn't have even thought of that. That's very mathematical. Gee, you know what, Miss Kaphween? She's put up a very compelling argument there. I hope you weren't going to disagree. What do you think?
Well, my question, Sambo, is the amount of health that you gain, is that one of those things that changes based on how much stats you have in whatever area?
Oh, good question.
In your skills?
Will you listen to these folk, guys? I mean, both of those I'd never have thought of. And you know what, Miss Kaphween, I'm going to say it, you are dead right. Drink, says Reggie.
Drink.
I was waiting for that one. You are dead right, because the only reason I know that is in the text here for the equip skill window, it actually says that ally is healed for 5 health and the 5 is green. That says to me that number will go up. So that's going to be affected by my skill points, isn't it? Basically my attributes, I think.
Absolutely.
Ooh. All right, well, you know what? I think they're both valid answers, and the answer is that right now it's not worth it because 5 health isn't enough, but you're right, Miss Kaphween. I have to keep an eye on this skill, and as I add to my attributes for my heals, I'm going to have to keep checking up on this because, boy, if it ever goes up to something like 10 or 15, that is going to make a huge difference, and then I think, Reggie, it will outweigh your argument. So, great answers, guys. That was fantastic. Thank you very much. I would have never have thought of either of those. All right, so let's have a look here. We've actually finished that quest. That's amazing. Good on us. And not only that, but we're running out of time. Have either of you guys done any of the 2 quests we've got left? One is called the Villainy of Gelrath. No? And the Orient Excavation.
The other one, we've actually got the tablet shards that are needed for that. So I think we just have to go back to Lion's Arch.
And hand
to give the tablets. Well, I don't know if it's a handing because it doesn't say completed. But go to Lion's Arch and see what the next step of it is. And by going to Lion's Arch, we'll also get to see a little bit of the decorations that are up.
Oh, of course, as part of the
Lion's
festival.
Arch is decorated.
Great idea. You up for that, Miss Kaphween? Bit of a tour? Finish off the episode?
That sounds good to me.
All right, and by the way, we're standing here. Will you look at the blimmin' menagerie that this woman has? She's got not only Miss Kaphween and myself as her pets, but she's got the celestial horse. She, of course, has her undead minions, and she's got Sambo the mower.
The minion is Miss Kaphween's. I can't take credit for the minion.
Oh, is it? There you go. My apologies, Miss Kaphween. I always just assume it's Reggie. But we've got like a full party here. We've got all sorts of stuff going on. Seriously though, that horse is amazing. Now, with the summoning stone, here's another question for you guys. I know you only get the summoning stone that will produce this celestial horse here, and yes, we'll resign, by the way. Thank you. Sorry about that. But can we actually use that? Can we use it when it's not the festival? In other words, seeing as
the horse was fighting the minion.
Yeah, I did see that. That was hilarious. Does the festival have to be up to actually use that special summoning stone, or is it a case of once you've got it, you can use it whenever? Do you know?
Second one.
Ah, okay, good. Great stuff. That is good. And here we go. She's travelling us to Lion's Arch. Of course, we haven't been there for a while. And again, it'll be great to see the festival. Miss Kaphween, I'm sure you'll agree in the time you've been playing Guild Wars, there must have been a number of festivals. Can you think of any other game, really, that has so many festivals in it? I mean, any excuse, it seems, they throw something up. I mean, my personal opinion is they do them really well. What's your thoughts on it? Do you think it's like a bit of a half-assed effort, or are you always impressed with the amount of effort that they go to having all the mini-games and stuff?
I really like them. You know, we're just passing one right now, but there's this guy over there by the fountain that plays a rock, paper, scissors game. And I keep donating my lunar tokens to that guy.
You can't help it. Classic. Well,
it's so pretty with all the little paper lanterns and the dragon heads around.
Yeah, in fact, we're just going to have a bit of a gawk here, folks. Let's pan around Look at that. Reggie is absolutely right. That looks amazing. And by the way, we can see a whole bunch of spam in the chat. It's welcome spam, though. We don't mind of people playing rock, paper, scissors. So yeah, look at this. We've got the dragon's heads. We've got the paper lanterns. And of course, they're giving off a nice glow. Do you know what? This reminds me of what it's like in Cantha. Like, because of course it is the Canthan Festival, but we're not there. If you were playing, factions, for example, then, good view from up here, guys, then it's kind of got this feel to it all the time. Now, Miss Kaphween, you were saying you don't have the factions chapter of the game, is that right?
That is sadly correct, yes.
Oh dear. Look, I hate to say it.
But I do take donations.
Yeah, well, there you go, folks. That's just as well. Thank goodness for that. But look, I've got to say you are missing out, because it looks like this and more. It is an absolute dream of a place to wander around in, especially Reggie. I can only imagine what that looks like. Surely they're dressing up, for example, the Xingzhe Monastery. Is that all tarted up looking like this as well?
Oh, it would absolutely. Yeah, no, it looks fantastic. Of course, they've opened the boardwalk as well.
Oh.
So all the mini games are in the boardwalk.
Oh, you know what? I've got a real sort of hunkering to go along there and check it out. I have such fond memories just of that monastery for all the fun games. And again, Miss Kaphween, I know it sounds like I'm being awfully rude and dangling this in your face when you don't have it, but seriously, it's one of my favourite parts of the game. Seriously, the mini games, the team games that you actually play as well, where you're chasing things around and having to complete objectives with complete strangers. It really does bring that MMO flavour into the game, because let's face it, a lot of people level a criticism at Guild Wars, mainly people who haven't played it, that it's instance, it's not a real MMO. That is a load of rubbish. Of course it's an MMO, and I interact with people almost more than I do in other games. Anyhow, thus endeth this sermon. Here we are, Magi Malaquire. Here we go. Thank you. These shards are very important to my research. By the way, Reggie, are you surprised I actually still have them in my bags? That's right. Thank you.
I am astounded.
I didn't go and sell them or trash them for once. There we go. Now, leave me to my work, he says. All will be revealed soon. Get ourselves 400 XP. He's got another quest there with a War and Peace novel for the quest. I'm not going to actually use this, read this, but Reggie, are you able to summarise what it's talking about? Because it looks to me like a Signet of Capture quest. What's going on? Oh! Do we actually... Is this where we get it from?
We've got it.
Oh my lord! Okay, well this is a big moment, folks. Now let's test Miss Kaphween's knowledge. Again, we do acknowledge that, in his own words, he's perhaps a noob compared to someone like Reggie, but let's see if he knows. Miss Kaphween, are you able to explain to our wonderful viewers what a Signet of Capture is? And it's quite alright if you're not, of course.
Okay, a Signet of Capture is a skill that you can use on a boss to steal one of his skills. And you can only use it on bosses that are of the same profession as either your primary or secondary profession.
I don't know, what do you reckon, Reggie? How many points out of 10 for that answer?
15.
I agree, and that is an absolute perfect explanation. Thank you, Miss Kaphween. Well done. And you know what? It always brings up that age-old question in Guild Wars, which is, do I lose something off my bar in order to have that Signet of Capture, or do I not? And you know what, folks? I'm always tempted by this, so I am actually going to lose something here, and I think what I'm going to lose is the retribution buff here, because I just never use it. So I'm going to say,
there's no argument for me. I say lose it.
Yeah, yep. There we go, folks. It is there. Signet of Capture. Choose one skill from a nearby dead boss of your profession. There we go. And, by the way, if that skill was elite, you gain 250 XP for every level you have earned. So there's other benefits to it as well. So once you come to this point in the game, folks, highly recommend that you slot it into your bar. I'm still getting over this view, folks. I mean, we've got the Celestial Dragons out. Let's actually pull my one out. There we go. Mini Celestial Dragon. We've got the wonderful scenery off in the background. And, of course, we're surrounded by our good friends here. Miss Kaphween, I think, if you don't mind, would you just mind taking us to the rock, paper, scissors person so we can close out this episode with a bit of fun? Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to actually do anything because I don't have any tokens, and perhaps while we run there, Regina J. Lacerta, you could explain to us maybe how on earth you get tokens. Do you know how we do that?
Okay, I'm just going to my storage to grab. I'm pretty sure I have some tokens in storage.
Cool.
Just there we go. Yep. The way you get tokens, you either get them from random drops from mobs.
Right.
Or you can get them through doing specific festival-related quests. Or you can also get them through, there's a mini-game on the boardwalk, which you can get them from.
Oh, there you go. Lots of ways to get them. So there you go, folks, if you are trying to farm them. And, of course, this episode will be too late. But for next year, you know how to do that. Now, Reggie, you missed one way of achieving them. Or rather, one way of attaining them. And that's the way that I'm experiencing right now, which is, of course, if somebody trades them to you. So thank you very much, Miss Kaphween. It's very kind. I've now got 2 of these Lunar tokens in my bag. Very much appreciate that. All right, now, one of you guys is going to have to explain to me how this works. So what do we do? How do we play this game?
Well, you basically talk to this guy right here. And
Lucky Hochi?
Yes. Once he says, okay, wait till he says this. Okay, now he says, how about you? Now you talk to him. And okay, you click on the little thing.
Oh!
And then you type in your guess. So I'm going to go with rock.
Alright, so he's got one. So what do I do? Do I just literally type in...
You type in /rock, /paper, or /scissors.
Oh my god. Okay, I haven't typed anything. Did I just lose a token and not have a chance? Oh my god. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Let's see what happens, folks. I chose rock.
I chose paper.
Oh, I chose paper as well.
Oh, so I won. Oh, look at that. He hands us a lunar fortune for Year of the Dragon and a sugary blue drink. Oh, so Reggie was right. Look at this stuff. This is awesome. Now...
Well, the lunar fortune is where you have the chance of getting the Celestial Dragon mini pet from.
Oh, wow. Wowee. Okay, well, you know what? If I win one on this particular lunar fortune, then because, of course, Miss Kaphween doesn't have one, and, of course, she provided me with the actual token, I think we'd have to give that to you. So before we finish this episode, I'm going to step out into an explorable area because, of course, we have to go out there to do one. And there we go, the sugary blue drink, all done. Now, do I have any more tokens? I think I've used them all up. Just checking. I do. All right, so I'm just going to leave the party for a minute, and I'm going to hop outside.
Oh, well, I've got a token as well, so I'll come out with you.
Okay. And
yeah,
yes,
I do too.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Whoops. Do you want to add me to the party again? Sorry. My bad. Oh, she says, oh.
You're just so quick and happy to leave, aren't you?
To get away from you? Of course. Mind you, my Guild Wars has
There
gone...
is actually something in that token which I actually hope you do have now.
Oh, really? Okay.
You'll get it, but I hope that you do have this particular thing.
Sounds like you're being
You're not
mean.
in the party, Miss Kaphween.
No, I'm not in a party, but that's
you
okay.
You left me.
That's right, I'm left as well. Let's go outside. We'll all go out individually, no problems. There we are. And boy, my Guild Wars absolutely spazzed out there. I think it's because there were so many players in that area. It's all okay now. All right, here we go. Oh, and there's lots of quests out the front here, by the way, Reggie. I keep forgetting about them. Let's make sure we pick them up in a future episode. All right, folks, here we go. The Lunar Fortune, Year of the Dragon. And, oh, by the way, of course, speaking of Year of the Dragon, I hope you guys realise that it's very, very important year because Guild Wars 2 have specifically chosen the Year of the Dragon as their theme for their launch of the game, which is, of course, this year sometime. So Year of the Dragon will definitely be Year of Guild Wars 2, I think, in all of our books. All right, here we go. Lunar Fortune, double click to use while in an explorable area. And... oh my goodness, we receive 100 gold. You will have a prosperous new year. We certainly will. Thank you very much to the powers that be. Now, what about you guys? Miss Kaphween, how did you fare?
I received a bottle rocket.
A bottle rocket? Oh gosh, do not give that to Reggie. Do not. She's already probably got 1 million of them. Please don't give
Only
her
127.
Oh, my Lord. There's Miss Kaphween. Lost you for a minute. Okay, Regina J. Lacerta, what did you get?
Well, I actually got the thing which I wished upon yourself, so I suppose that's karma for me.
Excellent. What is that, by the way? You've taunted us with it. What is it?
Spiritual possession.
What does that do?
It's maddening voices whispering in my ear, and the world swirls around as the voices grow louder. And basically what has happened is my screen has got an eerie orangey colour. It is swirling backwards and forwards, and my character is actually saying at the moment, all is well, I'm not insane. Just random comments. My cat's breath smells like cat food. Kluta Bada necktie. Yeah, just random
demonic
boy,
gibberish.
I spent much time in these lands.
You know what, Reggie? It couldn't have happened to a nicer woman. There you go. That is absolutely karma. Now, you're going to come and join us here, by the way. Now, I think Miss Kaphween's the party leader, so he'll have to invite you there.
Yeah, because it feels quite ill watching that screen.
Yeah, will that effect actually still persist when you come inside here?
No.
It
doesn't.
Oh, bugger. I was hoping that you'd be standing here spouting off rubbish like you did the last time you got drunk in an episode. So irresponsible. There she is. You run past us. Come back.
Oh, I couldn't see you. Oh, there you are.
There
Hello.
we are.
I was just automatically going to the fountain.
Actually, that's a good point. The good old meeting spot. Well, there you go, folks. Certainly been an interesting episode. I can't believe that we got ourselves these dragons. And again, so sorry that you haven't got one, Miss Kaphween. I do hope that the gods are on your side before the festival ends and that you pick one up. By the way, Miss Kaphween, how many of those tokens have you farmed so far?
Probably only a couple dozen.
Couple of dozen. That's still a lot. But Regina J. Lacerta, what did you say you're up to? Over 100?
Over 300 of the purple-looking tokens, which is over 900 lunar tokens. Because you cash in the lunar tokens to get those.
Gosh.
You are mad. You're an absolute mad woman. And I know Miss Kaphween agrees with me. That is crazy. There you go, folks. In the comments below this video, let us know again, by the way, by the time this episode is posted, of course, the festival will be well and truly over. But do let us know in the comments below how many you got and, more importantly, whether or not you did get yourself a Celestial Dragon mini pet, because that would be awesome. All right, folks, that's it. It's time for us to go. We are over time, as always. For a change, I think if your boss is asking you how come you're late back from lunch, what do you reckon, Reggie? We'll say this time to blame Miss Kaphween. Yeah, blame Miss Kaphween this time. All right, that's what I reckon. We'll get out of it. So, as always, speaking of Miss Kaphween, by the way, thank you very much for taking the time out of your frightfully early morning, I might add, to come along and stay with us. What time is it there now for you in the United States of America?
It is 4:30.
4:30, and that is in the AM, folks. So there you go. A big tip of our hat. In fact, I think you deserve a nice homely bow there. There you go. Thank you very much, by the way. Are you going to stay up, or are you going to go try and get some sleep?
Are you kidding? I'm going to go back to bed.
I don't blame you. There you go. Once again, thanks. Always nice to have you along for the ride, and hope to see you again in the future. And as for you, Dragon Face, there with your Celestial Dragon, like I said, I must admit, for as much of a ribbing that we give you, you are an absolute devoted player of Guild Wars. Regina J. Lacerta, you are amazing. You blow me away with the amount of dedication that you have for this game, and of course you do make the most of it. And I'm sure that if I was a developer of the game, I'd be as proud as punch having someone like yourself roaming around and actually checking everything out. So well done, by the way, and grats on getting the dragons and the mask, which I of course never will. Are you going to carry on, Reggie, even after this episode, carry on farming until the end of the festival?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I'll put the lunar tokens in my storage for the next festival that uses lunar tokens.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea, of course, because, you can store all these things, unlike, here you go, you're going to love this one, Reggie, unlike other games, World of Warcraft, I'm looking at you, where the vast majority of the tokens that you do get for events actually disappear when the event finishes. So you have to start all over again the next year, and it can be a right royal pain.
Man,
I know.
that's ridiculous.
It is. Well, more to the point, this is great here in Guild Wars. So there you go. If you do get an excess of them, folks, chuck them in your bank, chuck them in your storage, rather, and use them next year. All right, that's it. We need to get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed the festival. And again, let us know in the comments below what your experiences of it were. All right, time to go. On behalf of myself, Sambo, and Zed, Seraphis heals a lot, the most amazing pink multicoloured healer in all of Ascalon, Miss Kaphween, and of course the dragon-faced Regina J. Lacerda. It's us saying take care. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. We do look forward to seeing you next time. We will see you then, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.